Maya rolled her wheelchair through the glass doors of Sterling's Fine Dining, the city's most prestigious restaurant. The golden chandeliers cast warm light across marble floors, but the atmosphere turned ice cold the moment she entered. "Excuse me, but I don't think you belong here," sneered the hostess, her voice dripping with disdain. She looked Maya up and down, taking in her dark skin and wheelchair with obvious disgust. Conversation stopped. Forks paused mid-air. Every eye in the restaurant fixed on Maya with a mixture of curiosity and contempt. "I have a reservation under Williams," Maya said calmly, her voice steady despite the hostile stares. A man in an expensive suit at the nearest table chuckled loudly. "Look at that. She thinks she can just roll in here like she owns the place." His companion whispered something cruel, and they both erupted in laughter. Other diners began muttering among themselves, their words cutting through the air like knives. "People like her should know their place," hissed an elderly woman, not bothering to lower her voice. Manager Robert Kane emerged from behind the bar, his face twisted with barely concealed racism. "Ma'am, I'm afraid we're fully booked tonight. You'll need to leave immediately." Maya didn't move. Instead, she reached into her purse and pulled out her phone, dialing a number with practiced ease. The restaurant buzzed with whispers as patrons watched her every move. "Colonel Davis. It's Maya." "Yes, I'm at Sterling's downtown. They're refusing service." Her voice remained calm, but there was steel beneath the surface. "No sir, I understand. 20 minutes. Perfect." She ended the call and folded her hands in her lap, waiting with the patience of someone who had faced far worse than this. "Did you hear that? She's pretending to call some colonel," laughed the man in the expensive suit. "What's next?" "The president." A woman at the bar stage whispered to her friend, probably calling her welfare officer. "These people always have excuses." Manager Kane approached again, his face red with anger. "Ma'am, I told you to leave. If you don't go now, I'll call security." "That won't be necessary," Maya replied quietly. "Help is already on the way." The hostess rolled her eyes. "Oh please. What kind of help could someone like you possibly have?" Maya simply smiled, checking her watch. 18 more minutes. Outside, she could hear the distant rumble of vehicles approaching. The sound grew steadily louder, causing several diners to glance nervously toward the windows. The rumble outside grew thunderous. Through the floor-to-ceiling windows, everyone could see 3 black military vehicles pulling up to the curb. Car doors slammed in perfect synchronization. The restaurant fell silent as 6 soldiers in crisp dress uniforms marched through the entrance. Their boots clicked against the marble floor in perfect rhythm. Every medal, every ribbon, every insignia gleamed under the chandeliers. Leading them was Colonel Davis, a tall man with silver hair and commanding presence. His chest bore rows of combat decorations that spoke of battles fought and won. The entire restaurant watched in stunned silence as the colonel approached Maya's wheelchair. Then, something extraordinary happened. Colonel Davis snapped to attention and rendered a perfect military salute. "Major Williams," he said, his voice carrying across the silent restaurant. The other 5 soldiers immediately followed suit, their salutes crisp and respectful. The sound of their synchronized movements echoed through the room. "Colonel," Maya nodded, returning the salute from her wheelchair. "Major Maya Williams," Colonel Davis announced, turning to address the shocked crowd. "3 tours in Afghanistan. Purple Heart recipient. Bronze Star with Valor. She saved 12 soldiers when her convoy was ambushed. Lost the use of her legs pulling her men from a burning vehicle under enemy fire." He paused, his eyes scanning the room of ashamed faces. "She's a hero who sacrificed her mobility to save American lives. And you people treated her like garbage." The expensive suited man's fork clattered to his plate. The elderly woman covered Colonel Davis continued, his voice cutting through the deathly silence. "Major Williams commanded Alpha Company's medical unit. When insurgents attacked their base, She refused evacuation until every wounded soldier was safe. The explosion that damaged her spine happened because she went back for Private Johnson, who couldn't walk. The hostess who had sneered at Maya now stood frozen, her face pale with shame. Manager Kane's arrogance crumbled as he realized the magnitude of his mistake. This woman has more courage in her little finger than most people have in their entire bodies, Colonel Davis declared. She earned every medal through blood, sweat, and sacrifice. One of the soldiers stepped forward, presenting Maya with a fresh bouquet of flowers. From the entire base, Major. We never forget our heroes. Applause began slowly from a corner table, then spread throughout the restaurant. People rose to their feet, their earlier cruelty replaced by genuine respect and deep embarrassment. Manager Kane approached, his voice shaking. Major Williams, I apologize. Your meals tonight are complimentary. Forever. Maya looked around the transformed room, seeing faces that had learned a powerful lesson about judging others. Thank you, Colonel. Sometimes people just need to be reminded that heroes come in all forms. Justice had been served, not through anger, but through truth. The community had witnessed the power of recognition and the shame of prejudice.